Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Beacon Voices. This is your host, Dilip Malani, and this is where we share stories, bust industry myths, and share the real stories behind the scenes. So, the very first guest is Bonita Aranha. Bonita, welcome to Beacon Voice.
Thank you so much, Dilip, for having me. It feels truly special to be the first guest of Beacon Voices, and I'm really excited to share my journey as well as about Beacon.
Great, Bonita. So, let's start. So, you started as a freelancer, then now it's like a full-fledged company, Beacon. So, can you tell about your journey?
Of course. So I come from a very small city called as Mangalore. It's a coastal city in Karnataka. I was born and grew up there. And for my masters, I did my masters in food technology from CFTRI. It is like a dream come true for the food technologists. Every food technologist has a passion to enter into CFTRI, and it is not very easy to get into there. So that's where I cracked CFTRI entrance test and completed my masters in food technology. My first job was in ITC, where I worked for the R&D. After ITC, I worked there for 3 years, and then I had to move back to Mangalore after my marriage. But in Mangalore, there were lack of opportunities in food sector, but my passion was always in food. So that is when I realized that I have to do something for myself, and I took a plunge as a freelancer initially. I worked as a freelancer food consultant for 3 years, wherein I got an opportunity to work with many of the startups
Mhm.
where I learned many things right from concept to commercialization. And I realized they face a lot of challenges while launching a food product. That's when I took a plunge and started Beacon. I met you and we
Right.
started Beacon.
Yeah. So it's quite a journey. So
Yes.
can you tell me how Beacon stand out, how it is unique, and how you build the Beacon team?
So this is a very special story where we started Beacon. Initially, I met you with your background in Chai Point DS Group,
Right.
and our passion for food was common between us. Later on, Ashish Kumar Pal, who is a chief technical officer, joined us with expertise in confectionery and bakery category, having worked with different countries. Slowly, we expanded our team. Dr. Harshul Vora joined us, who is an expert in flavor and beverage category, having worked with different continents. That's how a core team was formed. And for each and every category, we have various
So that's how
experts.
the four pillars stand,
Four
right?
pillars,
Yeah.
yes. It is myself, Dilip, Ashish sir, and Dr. Harshul sir form the four pillars of Beacon. Then for every category, we have experts, expert food consultants, for all from CFTRA. So for the bakery category, we have Subrata sir. For pet food, we have Gautam Patekar. So slowly, we are building Beacon.
Right. Great. So the next question is what the Beacon does and how a day looks like in Beacon.
So we call ourselves as a one-stop solution for food industry. We provide end-to-end solutions right from concept till commercialization. So we get clients, both startup as well as well-established players. So a day in Beacon, I would say it is not the same every day. Every day we get different challenges. One day we work on beverages, one day we work on confectionery,
Right.
other day we work on bars, some day we solve some regulatory issue, some day we will be in the plant taking the
Correct.
trials. So that's how every day is not the same in Beacon.
Yeah. That's what one of the reasons inspired us to quit our jobs, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So suppose I'm a startup, I come to Beacon and I don't have any idea. I just want to launch a food and beverage product. So how Beacon can help us?
So when startups come to us, there are two different kinds. So one category would be who are very clear about what they want to launch in the market, whether it is beverages or whether it is confectionery and so on. But there are other categories who are not clear on what they want to launch. They want to enter into food business because food is an evergreen sector. So for these kind of clients, what we do market research, we do consumer insight, we try to understand the trends in the market, identify the white space. Based on this, we generate an idea, and once we finalize the idea, say for example there is a white space in kids category, we can develop clean label foods.
You can give an example also.
Sure. So we have had a client who is a mother. After trying a lot of products in the market, especially these beverage premixes, although they claim to be healthy, After reading all the label, she realized that it is having E numbers or the additives. One or the other E number is there. That is when she realized market doesn't have a completely 100% clean label product. So that is the reason she approached us, and she was very clear that it should be healthy, but it
Yeah,
should not be like
everything
other
should be
brand
like without the numbers.
without E numbers. So that is where we worked with them closely and developed a product which was shelf stable. So when you say the product is healthy, people think that the shelf life might be less, it will spoil soon. But we were able to achieve the shelf life as well and make a healthy product with clean ingredients.
Right. So suppose this is a startup. So entrepreneur and already who have a manufacturing unit, how Beacon can help them?
For well established players, we have developed some prototypes, some concepts
Hmm.
which they can readily use and reduce the life cycle of the product development phase. So they can readily use these concepts. Say, for example, we have already developed some sugar free beverages. So they can utilize those concepts, or, for example, different type of flavor combination
Mhm.
which we have developed. So that reduces their life cycle of product development. That is how we work with well established players. We also develop new products as well to them.
Suppose I come to Beacon, I have all the money and all, but I have no idea. And shall I put a manufacturing unit or shall I go for a contract manufacturing?
We would always suggest to start with the contract manufacturer first, especially for the startups, because the investment required is less,
Mhm.
and also they can test the market. They can launch the product in the e-commerce platform, test the market, how it performs, see the regulations, and they can also fine tune the product over a period of time. And once they gain traction, when the product performs well in the market, then they can think of setting up their own manufacturing unit.
Great. This is really inspiring. And what inspired you? I have seen you have developed many formulations and all. So, what inspired you to do this?
Well, I would say my inspiration was my mom.
Everyone India's
Yeah,
mothers.
yeah. Mothers are
Uh,
always the first
yes.
teachers. And in my case, it was like my mom makes a recipe which is tasty as well as healthy. And she adds a different twist to it in terms of health, whether it is ingredient. So she adds a twist to it. For example, I would give an example where she makes a chutney,
Hmm.
green mint chutney,
Hmm.
where it tastes like restaurant chutney, but when you see the ingredient, you cannot understand what is actually going in that. You just think that it is mint, lemon juice, curd, etc. But actually, what she has used is snake gut peel. So no ingredient
That's the
goes
secret
waste. That's
ingredient.
the secret ingredient. And being a food technology myself, I cannot judge ki, okay, she has used this. So that's the twist she does in every recipe. She makes even the healthy recipe tasty. So that's how I have learned to add a twist to the recipe. And also, food product development need not be straightforward. Like, you need not go by, okay, you have this is a product, you have to use these ingredients. You can add unique ingredient and make it unique as well as healthy and taste good.
Great. That's really inspiring. And now the questions, we have another round called myth or bust. So I have few questions. So can we start with that session?
Sure, sure.
So the first question is, all preservatives are harmful. Myth or bust? Myth or fact?
I would say it's a myth. In fact, preservatives help in enhancing the shelf life and making the
But
product
it's
safe.
harmful again.
It is harmful when used in very high dosages. FSCCI has guidelines on the permissible limits. So if we use them within the permissible limits, these are basically in very small quantity like ppm levels. So these are safe enough.
Okay. And so the label claim we have to put E numbers, right?
We have to.
Okay. And any solutions you can provide to this, make it a clean label?
Definitely, we can develop product which are preservative free.
Hmm.
There are various technologies like retort technology, freeze drying technology, which helps in achieving shelf life of 1 year in case of retort technology. Or freeze drying, we can also achieve 2 years of shelf life without using any preservative.
Great. The second is, Jaggery is better than sugar?
This is a very interesting as well as
Because everyone use Jaggery. Even I have a kid, we give him Jaggery.
that's true. It's a very controversial topic as well. So we must have seen our elderly people where they say, "Okay, I've quit sugar, but I'm using jaggery." So that is the wrong way of like comparing the sugar. So if you compare sugar as well as refined sugar as well as jaggery, you see the sweetness of jaggery is slightly less than sugar. So in order to replace refined sugar, you have to use more quantity of jaggery, which makes it like unhealthy option. You're at the end of the day, you're using the same amount of sugar, and it will spike your glucose level.
Great. The next myth is monk fruit is better than stevia.
I would say stevia is better because a lot of research has been done,
Hmm.
and we have a lot of data backing that it is safe enough. Whereas in monk fruit, the research is limited, and also monk fruit is generally imported from other countries, whereas stevia is easily grown here. So stevia is currently better for Indian market.
So monk fruit, even the cost is
Yeah,
higher, right?
basically, since it is imported, the cost is on higher side.
Startup must set up their own facility.
Initially, no, that's a myth.
That's
They
fair
can
to say.
start with the contract manufacturing facility first.
The next myth is only startup need food consultant, not the big companies.
That's a big myth. Everyone requires food consultant, both startup as well as well established players. We have worked with both startup as well
Yes.
as big companies. So startups require support right from conceptualization, new product development till the launch, as well as regulations. Whereas big players might require support in terms of fine tuning the recipe or cost cutting, those aspects.
Great. So this is the end of the myth and fact. We'll move to another round called rapid fire.
Sure.
So in rapid fire, it's not just yes, no. You have to explain a bit. So the first question is one ingredient you love to experiment with.
I would say millets because these are very versatile ingredient. It can go in ready to eat category, snacks category, bars, etc. Also, India being the largest producer of millets, I feel we have to give importance to millets and develop multiple product, and it has a lot of export potential.
And the first product you ever developed at Beacon.
It is the same example which I had given of a mother. So the company name is Clean Label Co. We developed a 100% clean label in additive free product for kids category.
But if you put clean label, the cost goes high. How we can tackle that?
Yes, it does go slightly high, but in India, people are looking, although we say, okay, they want cheap product, but they are looking for value. If there is value, they are ready to pay. And especially kids category, mothers or parents are always ready to pay premium when the product is healthy and safe.
One food myth you wish people should drop.
Yeah, one food myth which people should drop is what people think is healthy food cannot be tasty. So no, we have developed products which are mostly healthy and they also taste good. So this is a myth.
Taste is always a turning point because Indian consumer or
Look for taste first.
Yeah, taste. It should be tasty then healthy.
Yes.
Right. The last question of rapid fire is describe CFTRI in one phrase.
It would be home away from home.
Yes. And any one memory from CFTRI?
There are so many memories, and I would say it was one of the best time which I had.
We had.
Yeah, and especially I was a person who would never go out of my hometown. So for my studies, I moved out, but CFTRI gave me the best experience ever.
Great. Love it, Bonita. Thank you so much for taking your time out. And we will be getting more voices from food industry and sharing more insights and stories behind the scenes. And everyone, please follow us on social media. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.